In this video, we're going to show you how to install the grille insert on your Ford Explorer located behind the front grille. Across the top of the bumper area, you're going to locate this little panel. There's two plastic trim buttons here. Going to use our trim tool. I'm going to pop these up and remove these. There's one right beside it on the passenger side. Now that you have those two out, there's a series of 10mm bolts running across the top. Let's go ahead and loosen and remove these. Grab that cover, pull it up and set it aside. Loosen these 4 7/32 screws. Now the fender trim here, you're going to gently pull out on this here. And up underneath, you're going to locate another screw up in here. This supports the bumper to the splash guard. Let's go ahead and loosen and remove that. This is 7mm. Across the bottom of our fender liner to our bumper, there are going to be 3 8mm bolts. Go ahead and loosen and remove those. Go ahead and pull down the fender liner. Up inside, we're going to locate our sensor right here on the side of the bumper. Now, there are going to be 2 retaining clips right here. You want to spread those and pull the sensor out of the bumper. Pop that out. On the front side, if your vehicle is equipped with fog lights, you're going to go ahead and locate it right here on the driver's side. And go ahead and we're going to twist this out. Remove our bulb unit. Then we have the little retainer down on the bottom. I'm going to go ahead and pop that out. You can use your trim tool. Sometimes you just grab that by hand and just kind of gently wiggle that out. Now at this point here, you want to go ahead and repeat this entire process for all the bolts, screws, bulbs, and the sensor on the passenger side. Across the bottom side of the radiator, there's going to be 3 8mm screws. Loosen and remove those. Pull up the fender trim gently. You're going to locate an 8mm bolt on the inside. We're going to use our 1/4" ratchet. Loosen and remove this here. Once you get this out, repeat for the passenger side. We're going to reach down behind the fender trim here and grab the edge of the bumper, and we're going to gently pull it out and away from the body. You want to support that. It may be easier to have someone assist you with this here, but while I'm supporting this here, I'm going to reach over to the passenger side, grab that edge. Now we have a blanket on the ground. That way there, when we remove the bumper, we can go ahead and set this down. And roll this down. That way there, we don't scratch the painted finish. On the back side, we're going to locate 4 10mm nuts supporting that grille in place. Now I want to go ahead and release the retainer clips here. You can use a pocket screwdriver. Now that that's separated, go ahead and pull that off. There's going to be 4 T20 Torx bit screws, 2 here on the passenger side, 2 more on the driver's side. Loosen and remove those. Across the back side of the grill area here, there's going to be a series of these tabs. They're lock tabs all the way across the whole back side. I'm going to use a plastic trim tool, actually a couple of these here, as well as a pocket screwdriver. And we want to go ahead and start to bend some of these tabs back and get a trim tool in there just to kind of hold pressure on that, to hold that away. And go ahead and work some of these other lock tabs up and out, separating the backing. So at this point here, what we're using is a series of body trim tools here and releasing the plastic clips. Now there's a whole bunch of these clips. There's a whole bunch on the black. There's a series across the bottom here. There's some just on the opposite side of it. And then there's 2 more rows across the top side. So as you're popping and releasing these clips and separating the inner grill section from the outer grill section, working that out. You're putting some other, I'm using a screwdriver with a rubber handle to go between the back and the front to keep this space, applying some pressure on it while we pry this apart. Now you want to be careful when doing something like this here, but you just want to go ahead and unlock those little tabs, working your way through, and pulling on the front and back to go ahead and separate these components. There we go. Across the top portion of the grill, we're going to use our small pocket screwdriver. Going to get underneath. We want to go ahead and pop these little retainers off. Okay, just gently slide those off. Once you remove all these here across the top, you want to go ahead and install these onto the new grill. Simply take the clip, slide that over, and snap that over. On the back bottom side of the grill insert, you're going to have these 4 studs, and they're actually held in place. They're just kind of snapped into place. There's these little tabs. I'll just go ahead and pry this over sideways. Go ahead and pop that out. Once you have that out, you're simply going to take it, slide it back into place, and press it in. Just going to use my pliers here and gently squeeze that into place, pop it in, and repeat that process for the other 3. Go ahead and take your insert, going to lower this down into place. And once this falls in, you're just going to push it around the whole area. Now we have some pads underneath here to protect the finish on the outside of the grill. You're just going to press this down into place, and it's going to snap in all the way around the perimeter, locking this in. You can hear it snapping in. Just continue this process until the whole thing is set into place. Install your 4 Torx bit screws, 2 on the driver, 2 on the passenger side. Just want to snug those down. Line up the 4 studs with the bumper cover itself, as well as the tabs on the bottom here that are going to line up with the bumper itself. Now I'm reaching through and grabbing the bumper and the grill and snapping in our clips around the perimeter here. I'm going to do the same over here. Now we can snug down the 4 nuts. We're going to bring our bumper back into place. I'm going to try and line up the top of the grill. Get that grill up into place. I'm going to come around to the passenger side here. We want to get the bumper to fit underneath the headlight into this bracket here, as well as the bracket on the side of the fender. Go ahead and line this up. Let's go ahead and lock this in on the driver's side as well. Let's put on the upper grill panel here. Let's go ahead and snug these down. Now once those bottom out, stop. You don't want to over tighten, you're just securing plastic to the trim. Install the 2 plastic push-pin retainers. Go ahead and get that upper bolt in for the edge of the fender. Just snug that down gently to our fender liner bolt here. Line up our molding. Let's go ahead and install our screws. You just gently want to snug these down. Get our lower screws installed. Install your fog light into the back of the fog light assembly. The fog light itself has 3 tabs on it. There's one larger one, 2 smaller ones. Match it up with the notches on the back side. Lock it in. Install your little retainer harness here. Take your sensor, line it up with the sensor mount and push it in. You can hear and feel it snap into both sides of the retainer. Go ahead and install your 3 bolts on the bottom side here. And snug those down. Install the bolts across the bottom of the radiator area. Once you have these in, just snug them down.
When only the best will do, demand TRQ. The only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.